Ever wonder why your belly fat won't budge, no matter how clean you eat or how often you hit the gym? It might not be what you're doing during the day, but when you sleep at night. Recent research shows a strange but powerful connection between your sleep timing and stubborn fat storage around your waistline. Whether you're a night owl or an early riser, shifting your bedtime by just a few hours could be quietly sabotaging your metabolism, hormone balance, and hunger cues. Let's uncover the weird science behind how your body clock might be shaping your belly. Today, we will talk about the weird link between sleep timing and belly fat. So before we start, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Understanding belly fat, more than just extra weight. Before exploring how sleep timing influences belly fat, it's crucial to understand what belly fat actually is. Visceral fat, the fat stored deep in the abdominal cavity around internal organs like the liver and intestines, is different from subcutaneous fat, which lies just beneath the skin. Visceral fat is particularly dangerous because it releases inflammatory substances and hormones that can increase the risk of chronic diseases like type 2 diabetes, cardiovascular disease, and even certain cancers. It's also metabolically active, meaning it doesn't just sit there. It plays a role in hormonal regulation and metabolic processes. Circadian rhythms and sleep timing. At the core of the sleep belly fat link lies the body's circadian rhythm. This internal clock regulates the sleep-wake cycle, hormone secretion, metabolism, and various bodily functions in a 24-hour cycle. The circadian rhythm is naturally synchronized with the light-dark cycle of the Earth. When you consistently go to bed and wake up at irregular or late hours, you disrupt this rhythm. This misalignment is known as social jet lag, when your sleep schedule is out of sync with your body's natural clock. Researchers are increasingly finding that such misalignments have profound effects on metabolic health, including fat distribution. The role of melatonin in fat storage. Melatonin, often called the sleep hormone, is secreted by the pineal gland in response to darkness and signals to the body that it's time to sleep. What many people don't realize is that melatonin also plays a role in energy balance and fat storage. When sleep timing is delayed, melatonin release is also delayed. This affects insulin sensitivity, glucose metabolism. Poor melatonin signaling due to irregular sleep schedules may lead to insulin resistance, encouraging fat accumulation, particularly around the belly. Some studies suggest that melatonin supplementation may reduce visceral fat, further underscoring its role in weight regulation. Hormonal havoc, cortisol, leptin, and ghrelin. Irregular sleep timing wreaks havoc on several key hormones involved in hunger and fat storage. Cortisol, the stress hormone, tends to rise when people sleep late or suffer from poor sleep quality. Elevated cortisol levels are directly linked to abdominal fat accumulation. Cortisol promotes fat storage around the organs, possibly as an evolutionary defense mechanism during stress. In addition, the hormones leptin and ghrelin are affected. Leptin signals satiety, while ghrelin triggers hunger. Studies show that late sleepers often have lower leptin and higher ghrelin levels, leading to increased appetite, late-night snacking, and poor food choices. This hormonal imbalance not only promotes weight gain, but also directs the fat toward the abdominal region. Eating late at night and its consequences. People who go to bed late often eat later in the evening as well. Eating late disrupts metabolic functions. The body is less efficient at processing glucose and fats at night. Insulin sensitivity decreases as the day progresses, meaning food consumed at night is more likely to be stored as fat, especially visceral fat. Even if total calorie intake remains constant, shifting the bulk of consumption to nighttime can significantly alter fat distribution. One study found that individuals who consumed a large proportion of their daily calories after 8 o'clock p.m. had a significantly higher body fat percentage and more visceral fat than those who ate earlier. Sleep timing and physical activity levels. Another factor is how sleep timing affects energy expenditure. People who go to bed late tend to wake up later and often feel groggy during the day. This grogginess can reduce physical activity levels, further reducing calorie burn. Late sleepers are also less likely to engage in regular morning exercise routines, which not only help burn calories, but also improve metabolic flexibility and insulin sensitivity. Over time, this lower activity level can contribute to a positive energy balance. More calories consumed than burned, leading to weight gain and abdominal fat. The genetics of night owls and belly fat. Some people are genetically predisposed to be night owls or people who naturally feel more alert in the evening. Emerging research suggests that these individuals may also be genetically more prone to gaining abdominal fat. A study from the UK Biobank found that evening chronotypes had a higher risk of obesity and metabolic syndrome compared to morning chronotypes. Even when controlling for diet and exercise, those with later sleep preferences exhibited more visceral fat. This doesn't mean that night owls are doomed, but it does imply they may need to pay extra attention to sleep hygiene and lifestyle habits to prevent belly fat accumulation. Inflammation, gut health, and sleep disruption. Sleep timing also influences systemic inflammation and gut microbiota, two emerging players in the development of belly fat. Irregular sleep disrupts the gut barrier, allowing harmful substances to leak into the bloodstream and trigger low-grade inflammation. This inflammation, in turn, contributes to insulin resistance and fat storage. Furthermore, the composition of gut bacteria changes with sleep disruption. Beneficial bacteria that regulate metabolism decline, while harmful ones proliferate, promoting weight gain and visceral fat accumulation. Since belly fat itself is an inflammatory tissue, this creates a vicious cycle. Irregular sleep leads to more inflammation, which leads to more belly fat, which leads to even more inflammation. Sleep deprivation versus sleep timing. What matters more? While total sleep duration is undeniably important, emerging evidence suggests that when you sleep may be just as critical as how long you sleep. A person who sleeps from 3 o'clock a.m. to 11 o'clock a.m. might get 8 hours, but their circadian rhythm is still misaligned. Their body may still experience hormonal imbalances, metabolic inefficiencies, and increased fat storage compared to someone who sleeps from 10 o'clock p.m. to 6 o'clock a.m. In one study, participants with the same sleep duration but different sleep timings exhibited drastically different levels of abdominal fat and metabolic health markers. This highlights that consistency and timing are equally vital. Social and psychological factors. Modern society isn't exactly conducive to healthy sleep timing. Work demands, screen exposure, social media, and nightlife push sleep schedules later. The problem is worsened by artificial lighting, which suppresses melatonin production and tricks the brain into thinking it's still daytime. People who sleep late are also more likely to experience social isolation and mental health issues, which can further drive unhealthy eating habits and fat accumulation. Reversing the trend. Can fixing sleep timing reduce belly fat? The good news is that adjusting your sleep schedule can help reduce belly fat over time. Studies show that even moderate improvements in sleep timing and consistency can normalize cortisol levels, improve insulin sensitivity, and correct the leptin-ghrelin balance. Going to bed earlier, even by just 1 hour, can reduce late-night snacking and reset your circadian rhythm. Over weeks and months, this contributes to better metabolic function and reduced visceral fat. If you like this video and would like to see more like it, please give it the thumbs up. Leave a comment and click the button to subscribe.